Hey, what is up, people? This is Johnny, and today I'm going to teach you how to capture every legendary and ultra beast in Pokemon Ultra Sun and Moon. And this is through the Ultra Wormhole. So the first thing that I want to mention is that you're going to have to beat the Elite Four, and you're going to want to beat the Team Rainbow Rocket episode in Pokemon Ultra Sun and Moon. And after you do that, you're going to want to go to the Altar of Sun, which is in Pony Island. So if you play the story mode, you're gonna be able to access the Altar of Sun and the Altar of Moon, depending on what version of game you have. So in Pony Island, just go there and you'll be able to access this area after you complete it, the story and Team Rainbow Rocket. The next thing that I'm going to be talking about is understanding the wormholes. So the first one, as you see all the way to the left, this wormhole is a basic wormhole. This one will most likely not let you encounter a legendary Pokemon or even a shiny Pokemon. Then the first one that has a ring will probably allow you to encounter a legendary Pokemon, but the majority of the time it won't. Then the third one has a double ring, which would probably increase your probabilities even more to capture a legendary Pokemon. And then the final one with the sparkling rings around it and everything will probably allow you to encounter a legendary Pokemon. But that is not the complete understanding of this. In order to understand this completely, there is a system placed that allows you to score light years. The lower the light years, that means the lower possibility of getting a shiny Pokemon or even a legendary. The higher the light years, the possibilities increase for a legendary Pokemon such as Articuno, Lugia, or Ho-Ho. And each game has different version exclusives. So some of the Pokemon you will not be able to capture them in Pokemon Ultra Moon or Pokemon Ultra Sun because it's not in the game. There's different version exclusives. So what I recommend is that you try to reach for 4,000 light years when you go through these wormholes so you can start encountering more legendaries. That also means even the double rings or the sparkling final ones, even those sometimes can allow you to appear legendaries if you get 4,000 light years or up. I know that there have been people who encounter shiny Pokemon and legendaries when they had like 3,000 and up or even 2,000 and up. Sometimes there are ways to get those, but I am going to explain that in a little bit. Also, another thing that I am going to talk about is the Ultra Beasts. The Ultra Beasts have their own custom wormholes, and you can capture infinite Ultra Beasts of the same ones and different ones from different worlds. They each have their own worlds and they appear randomly. They are actually pretty easy. The Ultra Beasts are probably the easiest thing to do, or in order to capture them, there are the easiest ones. In my personal opinion, the Ultra Beasts they have to be the easiest ones. And their wormholes are completely different from the rest. They distinguish themselves differently. There's usually a white ring around them in order to capture the regular Ultra Beast. So as you see, guys, these bubbles will help you accelerate. You gotta get used to the gyroscope on your Nintendo 3DS in order to do this. Alright, guys, so we're gonna go into a white wormhole because this is where the Ultra Beasts actually appear, believe it or not. And as you guys can see, right here, Nilhelgo will appear. You see, guys, it's just standing right there, and you can capture it infinite times. That Pokemon will never disappear, and that goes for the same for Buzzwole or even Guzzlord. And depending on the version of the game that you got, they will keep appearing through these white Ultra wormholes. Although they won't give you a legendary or any other type of Pokemon, basically the white wormholes are meant only for Ultra Beasts. Alright, so the next one that we're going to try to get, guys, we're either going to try to get a shiny Pokemon or we're going to try to get a legendary. So the thing we want to encounter is legendary. I encounter, for the most part, most of the legendaries, but I still have some to encounter. So I'm going to focus on this one, and you might not see me talking for a bit until I actually get him. Well, I am going to be talking. Another thing that I recommend is that the Ultra Wormhole system, if you keep hitting the bubbles and you keep going fast, it's going to allow you to even encounter good rings early on at 2,500 or even at 3,000. If you keep hitting the rings, I recommend not moving the Nintendo 3DS system so much, because if you move it way too much, you're gonna go all over the place. And if you press the A button, you can reposition yourself, but you just want to keep a steady pace and As you can see, Lunala's bubble is filling up, and many people have asked me as well, well, Johnny, does it make a difference if I switch the ride page, the ride either to Lunala or Solgaleo? It doesn't really make a difference, guys. It's the same thing if you use Solgaleo or Lunala through these wormholes. Alright guys, so we are actually getting pretty far, and if you want to reposition yourself, like I said, press the A button if you feel like those turns are messing you up, and sometimes they do mess me up a lot, and those bubbles as well actually mess me up. Like right there, they messed me up. I don't think I'm going to encounter a legendary Pokemon through this one because I hit too many bubbles. We're gonna try to get to 4,000. Now, it's a little bit hard, but eventually you'll start getting used to it. Alright, let's try it again, guys. I know that I failed this one, but we might be able to get it again. You just gotta get used to it. Even though I've made it to like 4,000, I already caught like over 10 legendaries. It's still hard every single time that I do this because you gotta have concentration into it, and you have to get used to it again. Another thing that I recommend is having your 3DS with good battery, because for some reason the gyroscope just stops working really well after you have a low battery. I don't know if that affects anything, but most of the time I feel like if my DS is in low battery, I'm not gonna have like good movements. But anyways, right now we're having good movements. I don't know why, but sometimes more bubbles tend to appear, and as you go there, try to stay steady, don't move so much. Don't go into the other wormholes, because if you go into the other wormholes, it's gonna suck. And this can be pretty hard when you're a brand new person, going through these wormholes, trying to get these bubbles. It can be pretty hard. The thing is keeping your bubbles filled so your whole Lunala can actually float through. As you guys can see, that's a third one, but that's not the type of ultra wormhole that we're looking for. There will be some that look like the ones in the pictures, but it has to be specifically with more sparkling stuff. Alright, I hit a lot of stuff there, and that probably is going to mess me up. So try to make a recover. Try to get more of those bubbles if you can, if you have the possibility. Just try to. Trust me. It's a little bit hard. Okay, so I actually went into another wormhole that I did not want to go into. But let's see how many wormholes we went through. We got 3,500. So guys, our possibilities are still increasing to get a shiny or a legendary. You'll get better as it goes. It is pretty hard gyroscope movement. So let's go back into it, guys, and see if we encounter one. We're gonna encounter a legendary. Trust me on this. That time I kind of failed. And you know, it comes, the bubbles come in randomly, so each time they're generated differently. And for some reason, sometimes they give you like the advantage that, oh look, you're encountering so many bubbles at a time. Because the best thing to do, it's in the beginning, try to get as many as bubbles as you can. The reason why, because it'll further your rate to get more wormholes and better ones. Alright, so let's continue going. Hopefully we encounter a legendary. I know I'm not a pro either, but I have caught a lot of legendaries, and trust me, it is pretty hard. It looks easy on paper, but it's pretty hard because it's all using the gyroscope motion controllers, which kind of, I don't know why they did this, but you'll get used to it eventually. Right, and even when you start going fast, you just gotta be careful, because that stuff is like messing you up. Alright, so I kind of messed up on this one, but I am going to show you footage of an encounter for the rest one, so you can see that I got a legendary. So I'll show you footage from different encounters that I've had through this. Thank you for watching, guys, and make sure to hit that like button and subscribe, and enjoy the rest of the footage where I actually show you encounters of legendaries.